and welcome to Gamer Premonitions, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. I'm your host, Dan Video Games, and with me, as always, our online co-hosts, KZ Excellent from kzexcellent.com.
Hi.
And Mr. Feel from Mr. Feel's Wild Ride.
I will prove them wrong.
And Bob.
Hey, what's up?
From GigaBoots. What we're doing with this show, like all episodes of Gamer Premonitions, is we are going to predict what's going to be in Bloodstained long before it comes out based on our giant brains and the background radiation of the internet that we have filtered to give us more information than actually exists. We each have to come up with 4 premonitions, and in this episode, much like the Devil May Cry 5 episode, we have questions that each of us will have to answer. So we'll go ahead and start with...
But first...
Oh? What's this?
In that bit we love where we forget the summary, I have prepared a summary if our audience doesn't know what Bloodstained is.
The original Podlord segment. Yes, go ahead, Mr. Feel.
Bloodstained, Ritual of the Aria of the Portrait of the Moon of Ecclesia is a game directed by Koji Igarashi and kickstarted to fund its development. Miriam, a girl with unfortunate tattoos as a result of a bender, must travel into the demonic castle that has spawned from the Alchemist's Guild and defeat her ex-boyfriend Gebel to make him give her the money to get them removed. David Hayter is in this game because fuck Konami. So Dan, how mouth-frothingly excited are you for Bloodstained?
I'm downright rabid, Mr. Feel. Thanks for that incredibly apt summary. I think, though they absolutely should pick up the game, people have gotten a fairly accurate summary of the experience of playing that game and or kickstarting it. So what we'll do is we'll spit out a couple of premonitions each, and then we'll go into the questions round. So to get us started on our premonitions, KZ Excellent.
Oh.
What is your first premonition about Bloodstained?
All right, my first premonition. So, Bloodstained is the more Egavania, as they've coined it since they decided to do this project. I believe in this Egavania, it will share something that is very true to that core. And in the game, you will level up.
KZ, you can level up the demo.
Yeah, but the demo, sometimes a demo will come out and it's completely different. Look at Final Fantasy 15, for instance. So in Final Fantasy 15's episode Do Sky demo, you could equip weapons and choose your starters. That wasn't in the real game. So what if they removed the level up? But I'm going to bet against it, say that you can in fact level up in Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. That's my first premonition.
How brave.
How brave.
Very brave.
Incredibly brave.
I spent hours prepping.
We can tell just from your words here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
It didn't take me a minute to say what my premonition was, so you can tell I'm prepared this time.
Yep, that's how I can tell. Okay, Bob, you're going second. What's your first and the first real premonition for this episode?
What do you mean first real one? Mine's real.
I'm sorry, it was a stutter. I have a stutter. Don't judge me. Bob, go ahead.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and do a really weird one, just because, KZ led us to that.
What did
With what, Bob?
So, I predict that Gebel will be saved near the end of the game. But the final boss, what happens after that, is Nobunaga Oda shows up with his own demon castle above the other one.
No!
Is this like
Is this Neo?
Is this like the Lightning Tower but with Nobunaga Oda?
Kinda. Look, I'm just saying this is the first one they got the Japanese character in. I feel like that might be alluding to something with with this.
I see. Okay. That's delightful. I look forward to that happening.
And of course, his own castle is going to have the Japanese demons, because you fight the regular or the more Western-oriented ones all the way through the regular castle.
Okay. Well, that's an excellent premonition, Bob. I'll go ahead and follow that up. So we know that there are 3 playable characters in Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Now, they haven't announced anyone outside of Miriam, is that correct?
As far as I could tell.
So the second one is likely to be Zangetsu. judging by a lot of pre-release information. In fact, he's the main character of Curse of the Moon or Curse of the Night. He's one of the playable characters in Curse of the Night.
He's the main one in Curse of the Moon.
Curse of the Moon, man, Circle of the Moon, Curse of the Moon. Anyway, the third playable character in Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night, is going to be a joke character, as Iga is famous for, and thus it will be Miriam in a bunny suit. She will have time control powers and can wall kick. She will run into a powerful mage named Chelsea, and she will become
I feel like
a part of the secret ending, Dan, where the game was actually about her. What's your question, Casey?
Is there the possibility of Iga getting sued by whoever made that one video game? Bunny Must Die.
Oh, Bunny Must Die. I didn't even think about the connections to my premonition just now. How strange. No, because that requires that man to have money.
I knew this would be the answer.
I think
I was like, no way he's doing this deep a cut.
I think it's her in a bunny suit. Not just because it would be amazing for the third playable character to be her in a dumb outfit with some new ability, but also because it will add appeal to the game in certain online communities.
I feel like they've already talked about having costumes for her.
They did talk about having costumes for her, but this is more powerful than a normal costume.
This is separate.
Will she get a mode change where her boobs just get bigger like in Bunny Must Die?
I think if there's one thing to cut from Bunny Must Die, it is the, quote, power suit.
It's a powerful BAP.
But you know what? It would increase sales, so maybe. Mr. Feel, what is your first premonition for Bloodstained Ritual of the Night?
So I have a pattern of starting with the most insane one, so I'll start with the most insane one. There will be a character who is implied to be a time watcher, and there will be the not spoken but implication that Bloodstained is an alternate timeline caused by the events of Judgment.
That's good.
Time Death was successful. Time Death killed Dracula, and this is the timeline where there's no Dracula.
That's pretty good. I like that.
Where do you begin with that?
Iga definitely loves those lore manipulations. He loves tying things into other things, and I think his official, unofficial spin-off of the Castlevania franchise would be a delightful way to run things from here on out. Now, weirdly enough, because of the turn order here, the second round of premonitions also starts with you, Mr. Feel.
Oh, good. Okay. Zangetsu will have a connection or just a reference to Getsufumadin. He will be implied to be the youngest brother and his older brothers were killed, or it'll be the opposite and he's the oldest brother, or he'll say something about a sword that can shoot, pulse bolts or something. There will be a reference to Getsufumadin with Zangetsu as the focus of it.
I think that's very likely. A lot of people, when they saw our video this month on Getsufumadin, realized that Zangetsu is definitely an homage to that dude. So I think it's a strong premonition that he may in fact be tied to him lore-wise. Okay, that means KZ, you're up next for premonition number 2.
All right, so you're dealing with a lot of locations in this game. It could be very difficult to navigate it. So I believe that Bloodstained Ritual of the Night will contain some form of map similar to Metroid that will allow you to navigate things easier, be able to mark certain things that are important.
Mm-hmm.
That is my second premonition.
KZ is the absolute madman.
I think he's onto something here.
I feel like all my premonitions today will turn out to be correct.
It is a strong showing from you, KZ. Definitely stronger than usual. You're quite the formidable foe, Bob.
I'm clapping for myself.
Do you think you can top KZ's premonition?
I just don't know. I'm gonna try, but I don't know if I can top that.
Mm-hmm.
So, Robbie Belgrade, the voice actor for Alucard.
Yes.
I think he's going to play a Nick Fury style role, and at the end of the game, he's gonna show up and recruit Miriam to whatever weird guild he has.
We're fucked. Bob's winning again.
This is terrible.
Damn.
I thought I would be one of the craziest picks doing the Bunny Must Die joke, but Damn you and your Nick Fury take.
Who's gonna be Thanos?
Now I'm just imagining Thanos with Goebbels' mask and the Chungus version of Miriam.
Why is this happening to Miriam?
The hero.
Because then it's a tragic tale. My prediction for Bloodstained Ritual of the Night is that the game will in fact feature Satan himself as a random enemy in a hallway in a corner of the castle.
Will you get angel powers to defeat him?
No.
Will he have a dad bod?
He will have a dad bod. You don't need angel powers.
Will he get thicker on the rematch?
Is he going to have a shadow pants?
Yes.
Okay, I just need to check.
His lower body is going to be an inky black, but it's going to look more like shadow and less like ink, you know?
Okay.
Cast in darkness, not dipped in oil.
Okay, not like fog looking or ink looking, more just dark.
Darkness.
The absence of light.
Yes, the absence of light. Sure. I think that's going to be the case, and you will get a shard from him. And the shard is going to make everything at the shop cheaper because capitalism is the devil.
I feel like that.
Did aggro suddenly appear?
I have a question. In Bloodstained, can you parry capitalism?
Yes, but only as Bunny.
Oh.
Bob, see, you actually want that first premonition of mine. You want to be able to parry in this game. Admit it. Tell these people what you know is true.
I mean, that'd be pretty cool.
Okay, so now we're going to do the lightning round of questions. We've got a few questions here, and we each have to answer. Question number 1.
You're forced.
How many chairs will Miriam be able to sit in? Bob.
Okay, it's going to be 10 chairs with at least 5 unique designs.
Mr. Feel.
3.
KZ, excellent.
67.
And my answer is 14. There will be 14 chairs. 10 is too few. 20 is too many.
But 67 is
I
just
don't know
right.
about that.
67's way too many.
Do you say chairs you can sit in, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just making sure, because KZ will win if it's just chairs.
What I'm trying to say.
Oops.
What I'm trying to say, Bob.
Whatever, I'm locked in.
You do it, man. I want to believe in 67 chairs.
I do too.
Now, keep in mind, these have to be chairs. So that means if there are, I don't know, 13 chairs you can sit in and 54 laps, KZ won't win.
Oh, no.
Question number 2. Is Gebel a misdirect as the final boss? Now, I feel like Bob has already answered this fucking question.
A little, yeah.
But Bob, what's your answer?
Yeah, I think he's kind of a little bit of misdirect.
Okay. Feel?
Yeah.
KZ.
There's no fucking way this is the final boss. Like, no fucking way. Iga's way too Kino for that shit.
Iga's never done that before, right, Bob? He's never misdirected you with the final boss? I'm pretty sure that hasn't happened once in one of his games.
I can't think of one time it hasn't happened.
There's more Castlevania games where the initial antagonist is a red herring than there is Castlevania games where it's no.
Yeah, I can't think of a single one where it isn't.
I mean...
No, guys. Bronner's the final boss, we swear.
Just like Walter.
God, even that one.
Yeah, no, even Isaac.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no. It's,
all of them.
Maybe you can count Symphony as not, but
No.
even then there's still Shaft.
Like Richter is the one that they build up to be the final boss first.
It's true. It's Richter and Shaft, but then Dracula is resurrected in that one.
And then Arya has Graham. What the fuck is the final boss of Dawn?
Some jobber who turns into a flesh monster.
Hey, it's fine. They are great characters.
No.
But it was still a
No,
misdirect,
there's no
though.
way one of those two jobbers are the final boss.
Yeah, they are.
But
It's Dimitri.
It's deceptive, though.
It's Dmitry Blinov. He explodes with power into a giant
Yes!
flesh monster.
The iconic one.
Okay. Question number 3. How many lines will Robbie Belgrade have? which is Alucard's voice actor. Bob?
3 lines. I feel like there's a little bit of a conversation at the end there, but it's not a lot.
Mr. Feel.
5 lines as an NPC, 2 conversations after he stops being an NPC and becomes more active in the story, rather.
Mm-hmm. Okay. KZ.
No more than 8 sentences.
Mr. Belgrade will have at least 10 lines. He will monologue at one point. Meaning, even if you're in a conversation with him, it will be clear at what point it delineates from people talking to each other and him expositioning at you.
Do you think it's going to go to a straight up black screen with text scroll that he narrates?
That would be quite funny.
He'll say one line, then his character and Miriam will stare at each other for 5 minutes on a Jeep ride as a vocal song plays.
I would buy that game for $80. Okay. And the last question that I let our contestants know about.
Ooh.
What score will IGN give Bloodstained Ritual of the Night? Bob.
9.
Mr. Feel.
8.
Mr. KZ Excellent.
8.2.
Oh my God, I just sound like a dick. 8.4. Because it's it's low enough for me to get furious, but not high enough for there to be justice in this world.
Oh, do they do decimals?
They will say one negative thing about it that will make you quote it for months.
Yes.
You will never let it fucking go.
Yeah, if they didn't do that, they wouldn't be IGN.
If they do decimals, Dan is right. Dan is right if there's decimals. I forgot they did decimals.
I'm surprised more. I'm surprised people didn't think about decimals. Weird.
I immediately thought I'm like, it's gonna be an 8, but with something after that dot.
Yeah, because it's
that's the important stuff. The after the dot.
It's high
Balance
enough
for lean.
It's high enough for the person who reviewed it to be like, "Wow, we gave it a really high score," but
I didn't like it.
And for everyone who's a fan to be like, "Fuck you."
They'll give it 8.8, and it'll be a repeat of Twilight Princess.
They'll be very upset that you can level up and that there's a map.
And that there are 67 chairs to sit in.
Yes.
That's what they're going to be mad about. And the last question. Will Dracula be in the game? Bob.
This is hard. I'm going to say no.
Mr. Feel?
Yes, he will be an NPC and be implied to be the next game.
KZ Excellent.
Yes, but it'll be either a offhand or visual reference. Nothing that really matters.
And I'm going to say yes, but he is not the true bad guy. And somebody submitted that we should also guess the Metacritic number for this game, so I guess we'll do that right now too. Hey Bob,
Yes.
What do you think the Metacritic number is going to be?
80.
Feel?
78.
82.
71.
Oh no! You're preparing to get
mad.
upset.
Yes, I am.
Dan's getting that in there now.
Oh no!
As a Castlevania fan, I am very well aware that this world is corrupt.
That means you'll be really pumped if it's 1 point higher than what you think, right?
No!
You will cry bloody tears, Daniel.
God damn it.
You see, they're going to add a new CAPTCHA to the Metacritic where you have to do a pipe dream game before you can find out what the number is.
I'd be okay with that.
They should add a new CAPTCHA to Metacritic where you have to fucking beat a video game to post a score.
That'd be cool. That'd be great.
User reviews are doomed then.
Okay, we're going to go back to our premonitions. Bob, you get to start round 3.
Sure. All right. I think the axe armors will be back. And you will get an axe armor outfit for Miriam.
Does it do anything?
I mean, it doesn't have to. You'll
Question.
get an axe as a separate ability, but
Oh,
the
okay.
axe armor outfit's just more of like a look.
Okay, so it's really just armor?
Well, it's visual, like it's an actual full change out for the way she looks.
So you're saying, and it's not a shard?
Right. I mean, there might be a shard too.
So you're saying you're going to kill the axe armor and it'll drop armor, and then you can equip it and it'll change your visuals?
It might not even necessarily be from that. It might even be an unlockable thing from beating the game in a certain way.
Gotcha.
Because this is going to be a very fancy outfit.
Gotcha.
I have like a design question for this axe armor.
Okay.
Will there be a boob window?
It's like that Halloween costume thing where it's like sexy vampire.
I'm going to go with no. It's more like...
Aww. Poor Jim.
Right. I'm sorry, Jim.
Sorry, Jim Rackgazer. Pour one out. My third premonition is going to be Bloodstained Ritual of the Night is going to have a good ending that you unlock by not absorbing a certain amount of shards. So you need to keep the amount of shards you take in at a certain amount.
That's a good one.
And this one...
That's in almost all of them, too.
This amount of shards is going to piss off everyone.
I mean, that sounds awful.
Is it not automatic like Souls?
It is automatic.
I didn't play the demo.
It is automatic like Souls.
That's awful. Dan, you are a bad man.
Oh,
Then no, it isn't going to be that.
Don't worry, you're going to get the ability, one, to lower your rate of shard absorption at some point in the game. But two, this is to force you to not grind. So that way, on your playthrough, you need to not spend any time in any area grinding in order to get the best ending. Also, there will be 3 endings.
But that still means on your first playthrough, you're going to grind and get the bad ending and just be pissed. This is functionally the same as Dawn of Sorrow. You will still spend one entire playthrough pissed off.
Yes. Yeah, no, that's exactly what my premonition is. I'm glad you and Bob spelled it out while being angry.
I'm predicting this game will be bad.
I'm predicting this game will have one flaw that will drive everyone insane.
That's fine, because there'll be a PC version. Someone will just rip that shit out.
I mean, did you see
gaming?
Did you see what happened with the beta? They hacked out every animation for every weapon in the game out of the beta, which only gave you like 2 different types of weapons. They're like, here's her using the whip, which wasn't even announced. Here's her using this other thing that wasn't announced. Here's her in her alternate costume that got kickstarted that isn't supposed to be selectable in this demo.
Don't put stuff in your PC betas.
As it turns out, PC beta is kind of risky. Mr. Feel, it is now your turn to do the 3rd round of premonitions.
Okay, speaking of weapons, my premonition is there will be the top level of short sword will be named after something from J.R.R. Tolkien's books, and it will be functionally identical to the Chrysogem, or however the hell you say that word.
I say Chrysogram, but it could be whatever, you know?
I call it Golden Grams.
Because that sword is named after a Tolkien thing. Its alternate name is also a Tolkien thing.
Nice.
I don't think they'll just use the same name, but they'll just pick another Tolkien thing. That's the name of the sword. Acts exactly the same. Hit the button, get 4 hits. Become Strider.
I want to link on to Feels here just because I'm gonna say that you're gonna get the Demon Killer Whip. Because they don't want to say vampire. They can't say that. That's a bad word.
This was also one of mine. It was just, you will get the not vampire killer.
I hope so. I mean, why else put a whip in the
Demon Killer sounds really good.
KZ, what is your 3rd premonition?
All right, so we've seen in the past they try to change things up with these Igavania games. However, I remember the last Igavania we got that wasn't like the console one where it was like zooming out and this multiplayer thing. We had Order of Ecclesia. And I think like that one, Bloodstained will have a female protagonist.
You know, I would have saved such a huge premonition for your last one.
You haven't heard the 4th yet.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He might go even farther. Jeez.
Oh my God.
You will interact with Bloodstained with buttons.
I was thinking about that one, but unfortunately, we only do 4 premonitions and not 5.
Okay. And now we're on the final round. I'm going to go ahead and start us off. In Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night, there won't be a quote reverse castle where it flips it upside down. But when you beat the game, you unlock reverse mode, which mirror flips the image of the whole game, except for the HUD. So, perception-wise, the whole game's from right to left instead of left to right.
I think you have a good idea here.
You're right. Master mode on Ocarina of Time is amazing.
It really is.
I think it's funnier if it just flips the display upside down, and that's just a way you can play the game.
But see, this is a mode that would make people go, ha ha ha, that crazy Iga, this is just like Axe Armor. Whereas what you suggested would make them go, God damn it, Iga. The whole thing's upside down.
Look what you've done.
And it's going to be called reverse mode.
But if you have a mode entirely that makes everything upside down and you use your inverted castle power-up thing they showed, it just makes it look normal again.
Yep.
That's very cohesive and very good.
You flip it right side up.
Bloodstained should be higher.
Yes, it should.
Yeah, that's
Apparently it's only getting like a 70 on Metacritic.
71.
Oh, okay.
God. Can we not talk about the critical reception of Bloodstained? It is going to be the worst part of launch week. I'm not looking forward to it. Mr. Feel, what is your final premonition?
Okay, fuck it, I'm gonna go with the big one. Johannes is the antagonist.
How could he?
Yeah, he is rather suspect.
He's gonna be the antagonist. He's gonna decloak and be like, I'm actually the final boss, eat shit. And then his voice will change to be Alucard's voice actor.
Ooh.
Oh, well, okay, now I'm getting excited.
I mean, honestly, you're probably right.
Is he going to have the boss
Shit,
pattern
spoiled the game.
from Dracula?
See, the funniest shit about this is that his premonition about this is true, and my premonition about how that voice actor just starts monologuing at you is also true.
You see his book crumbles to reveal it's a D for Dracula?
I knew that motherfucker was evil the moment I went to look at his Wikipedia page and saw he was voiced by Ben Diskin.
What? Ben Diskin's Mega Man.
What if Mega Man's evil?
He does have an evil face.
No fucking way. He's also Gonzo.
Also, his Japanese voice actor is Jonathan Joestar, and I think Iga would think it was hilarious to make that dude the villain.
Of course. Casey, what is your... Maybe we should just skip him.
my,
Hey, Bob, what's up?
Oh, my... God damn it. It's not our fault Discord's the worst voice program of all time and only cuts out when you direct a person over the internet.
Oh, no, I just, I figured yours was worth skipping in general. That was a
No, it's a
fault.
very good premonition. It's my big gun.
Okay, go ahead and pull out your big gun.
Now, I don't think anyone can predict this. You know, you never know when this is going to happen. I predict that Bloodstained will be released on June 18th, 2019.
Mark your calendars, everyone. We need to see if this is real.
I decided to give you a prediction on when it's coming out.
That's bold.
And he even locked down an exact day.
Yeah, that's pretty bold.
Exact day. Switch port will get delayed, though.
Didn't it already? Oh.
What are you talking about, Phil?
So, I had to look something up to know how painful all of our Metacritic things will be.
Okay.
Curse of the Moon got an 82.
Oh, no. I predicted an 82. That's gonna... If that happens, he'll still get mad.
I think Ritual of the Night's going to score worse because people are idiots. But, you know, maybe I'm wrong. I sure hope I am.
Pixel art looks good. These 3D models could have looked better.
See, exactly. One, that. Two, I would like to take this moment to segue into my extra premonition before Bob says his final one.
Okay.
A sequel to Bloodstained Ritual of the Night will be announced within 13 months of the launch of this game.
Ooh.
He is absolutely rolling this into a franchise. It will happen. You can't stop us, IGN.
It's going to sell way too. It's going to sell.
IGN isn't trying to stop it.
This will move 500,000 at least.
Okay, Bob.
And I mean like the first couple weeks.
Right.
Yeah, Dan's gonna buy a lot of copies.
Yes, I am. I'm glad you noticed.
All right.
What is your final premonition, Bob?
You know what? No, my other ones weren't crazy enough. So, in the lore, in 1783, the demons outbreak happens.
Okay.
My premonition, this is 10 years later, George Washington will show up and explain that he had to make a deal with the demons, but he regrets it, and he's here to help.
What?
Well, he had to make the deal with the demons to end the American Revolution in 1783.
Creed?
Okay, one, this is hilarious. Two, Bob, are you stealing this from that movie I wanted to greenlight?
No, what?
You don't remember that conversation?
I don't remember that.
Okay, I'll play that back to you later. But
No, he has to go to the demons to get reelected.
Oh, shit.
there's nothing in the Constitution that says a vampire can't be president for life.
I had some other like piddly things about the movement options in this game, but I was like, no.
Okay, about the movement options, are you going to turn into a panther?
No, I was gonna say we've seen her tell or like flip the screen. I said, or I was thinking you would walk on walls too, just to have every form of movement you can think of in this game.
All right, sounds pretty good. Well, these are all really strong. Well, some of these are really strong.
Yeah, Phil, I think
premonitions.
you really underperformed on this one.
I look forward to the reverse castle, and I look forward to Nick Fury, Robbie Belgrade, according to Bob. No, it's going to be great. People are going to be counting the lines in his monologue when that dude turns on Miriam in the ending just to see if both me and Phil are right. But
My 8 sentences will be correct.
don't forget to vote on who you thought had the best premonitions. We will see you next time for more Gamer Premonitions. Thank you for listening to this episode of Gamer Premonitions. This show, like our other podcasts, is only possible with the generous time our co-hosts have given to us and the equipment we've bought to make it higher quality and easier to produce. Please consider supporting our podcast series on our GigaBoots podcast Patreon and look forward to more Gamer Premonitions and Big Think to mention in the future.